Hello, everyone. We're back with more Call of Cthulhu Masks of Nyarlathotep. I'm your host, Jack, here with a brand new camera angle. Look at that. Today, as always, I got Graydon. I got Matt, who's probably talking to his girlfriend or something like that. I've got Evan. I've got Jared. And you guys, you just pissed off a cult in Egypt. And you've escaped into the night. After some sneaky stuff. How are y'all feeling today? How's everyone doing?
Excellent.
I have no idea what we're going to do now.
So good. So good.
Well said.
All right. Excellent. Well, if there's no other housekeeping, no other things that you boys want to say, why don't we just jump on into tonight's episode, huh?
Let's do it.
All right. So last we left off, you guys had engaged this fight outside the Sphinx of Giza. After mortally wounding or killing most of the cultists while taking a couple of licks yourself, you followed them down into the bowels of the earth, into a series of tunnels underneath the Giza plateau. You were separated from your main group. Clyde and Harrison managed to get down first before the magical barrier dissipated, trapping the rest of you above ground and requiring you to find an alternative passageway underground. But you eventually did meet up with everyone, and you made some very, very good navigate rolls and found your way to an enormous temple complex underground with some very terrifying denizens and things beneath. Harrison snuck down into the temple and retrieved 2 artifacts, where it was also revealed that Omar al-Shakti seems to be some sort of de facto leader for this group underneath the Giza plateau.
Yeah, that's right.
Shit.
After taking the 2 items, as well as finding the body of this presumably stolen mummy, you all made your way out through the series of tunnels and are now on your way back to the hotel. It is the early hours of the morning, and I'm assuming we are all going to pick up as you get back to the hotel right now, and that's where we will commence.
Holy shit. That's a lot to unpack right there.
Mm-hmm.
So Omar's the leader of this cult, so he's obviously stealing people and killing them. The lost mummy was found. Did we figure out what they were doing with it?
No, it was in its sarcophagus on an altar in the middle of the temple, with 2 items in front of it, 2 pieces of jewelry, which Harrison stole.
Works out for the best.
Yeah. So Harrison stole the 2 pieces of jewelry. You also found out that there was a secret tunnel in the pyramid that the mummy had gone missing from. That's how the rest of the party got underneath and found Harrison and Clyde after they disappeared through the magical barrier. And you also saw a woman get devoured by leeches.
As well as Harrison bit some dude's ear off.
Yeah, that too.
Okay. That's.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Good cop, bad cop will go a little bit better next time, eh, Clyde?
And the animal people.
Yeah,
I put a picture of the animal people in the handout section.
There
are people, yeah.
We didn't explore it any further, Evan, because we felt it was in our best interest not to take on an army when like half of us were low health and injured from the first fight.
Oh God. Look at the fucking bird. That's not good. Okay, so yeah, cool. Let me just go, but figure out something.
So,
sorry, when you said early hours of the morning, did you mean like 3 a.m. or like 8 a.m.? AKA, do we go sleeps?
Yeah, it would be like 3 in the morning, probably.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there, if I had to guess.
Yeah. I think we can all agree that sleep is probably the fine thing to do right now. Go right to morning.
Yep.
I mean,
All right.
unless talk to Richard Madden if you want to educate us about the benefits of sleep and why we should always get 8 hours every night.
Well, Richard's pretty fucked up right now, and he's got some major wounds, so he's kind of feeling sleepy.
All right. So we're going to rest for the night.
Yeah.
And the morning comes. You are all still alive, miraculously.
Thank goodness.
It is now March 1st, 1925.
Hey.
I mean, it was March 1st last night when you were in the catacombs, but now it's daytime. You made it through January and February. Been an eventful 2 months for you guys.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
I don't know about
literally
you,
been
Richard, but
11 whole yeah, it's been about 11 sessions, maybe 14 sessions since it was February 1st.
Okay,
been a
I
while.
thought you were gonna say only 11 sessions. I was like, man, I just put the number at 31. We're definitely past 11 sessions.
I keep track of my sessions as for characters, so
I see.
I had 20 sessions with Norm, 3 with Theo. This is session 7 with Peyton,
whoa.
including last week's.
For context, Jackson Elias was killed, I think, on like January 15th, I think is the date that was. It's only been about 6 weeks of in-game time since that happened.
Jesus Christ.
Sheesh, time's flying by.
So Peyton last time I heard she got some sick sniper shots.
I
Baby.
think you missed one.
Yeah.
I think I rolled like a 90 on or something like that, and I can't remember if I fired in the second round.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, that's right. I think you did kill someone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you killed the guy that was going to go after Harrison.
Yeah.
I did most of the work though.
Yeah, because you shot the first shot at him and missed, and then you shot again because you were gonna shoot a second time and shoot the person.
Yeah, but I missed
by me, and then you shot the person that was going after Harrison.
And did she get injured at all throughout the evening, or
no, she didn't.
any sanity loss?
She did watch Pip disembowel a guy.
Yeah, she watched the leech devouring. I can't remember if I rolled sanity for you and you succeeded, or if I rolled sanity for you and you failed. It was only 1 point of sanity damage, though. So,
All right, because that was
I'm not too worried about
that was the Pip almost died.
Like, oh, Pip is about to go insane.
Yeah, I'll just roll right now then. Yeah, I'm good. I succeeded.
All right, yeah. So you're good.
Cool.
Okay, so it is the morning, March 1st, 1925. It is a beautiful morning in Cairo. What would you all like to do?
Well, Peyton's gonna get up fairly. She probably had a restless night, so she's gonna be up a little bit earlier. And she's just gonna make her way down and have some coffee and some continental breakfast, and just kind of sit there until the rest of the gang stirs.
How often can I do like a first aid check? I know I can't get rid of my major wound for like a week, but
this might be one of those scenarios, Jared, where you're shit out of luck for a little while.
Fuck. Rich is gonna fucking die.
I think Peyton would probably find Clyde at the bar having a drink early in the morning.
So somebody used first aid on you, I believe, right, Richard?
Yeah, that's Harrison.
And somebody used medicine, or you used medicine on yourself, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you got 1 hit point from the first aid and another hit point from the medicine check.
Yep.
We should have gotten 1d3. I don't know what you rolled.
I think I just got 1.
So what's your current HP at?
It's at 5.
At 5, and what's your max HP?
13.
Yeah, you Yeah, I'm going to have to make a note of that. You're going to have to make a Constitution check at the end of the week.
Not unheard of. Richard's been
Yeah.
on major wounded for like most of his
All of his life.
existence.
Oh, well, it's a little
And
bit
here
of
I
that,
am.
maybe.
Unscathed from that fight, still at full HP, never had sustained a major wound of any kind.
And you're
Sorry,
the one
guys.
that blew it for everybody too.
Hey, I think we got a lot of really good information, and I really enjoyed being no more than Mr. Nice Guy and biting a motherfucker's ear off. So, in my mind, mission success.
Richard's
so
gonna make
I
his way
think-
down to the same place, get some food.
Well, I think as Peyton walks in early in the morning and sees Clyde at the bar, I think she's gonna walk up and join him. Good morning, Clyde. How are you?
Yeah, good morning, Peyton.
You couldn't sleep, could you?
No, not very well.
Yeah.
You know, I know you're new to all this, but the cult stuff, it's unsettling, yeah, but it doesn't bother me as much as it used to. What bothered me the most about last night was seeing my good buddy Harrison just go absolutely just, I don't even know. There was like no reason for him to bite the ear off. I don't got like.
I think. Did Peyton see that? Was she around for
No,
that?
that actually happened while Clyde and Harrison were alone.
Okay. Oh my goodness! I had no idea that he did that.
Yeah, I don't know why I did it. We
Well,
were supposed to do his good cop, bad cop bit, but he went cannibalistic cop.
I know that from what I know from my dad, he said that men can act in crazy ways with when they got adrenaline run through their veins. That's what he would always say. If that gives you any solace, I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about it too much. He seems like a good man.
I mean, he's all right, but we've been through a lot of adrenaline pumping situations, and so first. Anyway, it seems like everyone's losing their head. Have you seen Pip lately?
I don't know what to make about the hot lung incident, but I'm a bit concerned for him for sure. I mean, I've seen young men do far worse where I'm from. I mean, they teach you how to castrate a bull at the age of 5. So, I mean, boys will be boys, as they say.
Does that have to do with anything?
Pip is actually sitting at the other table with like 1,000-yard stare at his plate, like dissecting his breakfast sausage to like get a look inside of it.
Jesus Christ.
This moment, Harrison finally comes down, pats the backs of his compatriots at the bar, and pulls up a seat next to them, orders a Bailey's and coffee. Efficiency.
Oh, that sounds delicious. Clyde, what are you having?
Whiskey.
I look at Peyton looks at the bartender. You know what? I think it's a whiskey morning too. I'll have one, please.
All right, you all get a round of whiskeys.
So as the whiskey comes back,
Bartender, I asked for a Bailey's and coffee just because these yucks are getting whiskey. You have to follow suit. I'm a free-spirited man. I asked for put whiskey in my coffee and Bailey's. I don't give a shit. Just give me what I ordered.
Maybe he got the order wrong.
Yeah, someone want to do some research for me and find out if Bailey's or any kind of alcoholic Irish cream exists in 1925?
You probably said Bailey's and coffee, and the guy probably just was like, "What?" and it just poured whiskey in your coffee and gave it to you anyways.
Yeah,
Introduced in 1974.
1971, based on Tom Jago's Bailey's, his Irish
Jesus.
cream. Sorry.
So I can't even have Bailey's with my paleo diet? What the fuck is that?
It's a damn shame, is what it is.
So as Peyton gets her drink and she kind of just stares at it a little bit, She kind of looks at both Clyde and Harrison, and quietly she kind of goes, how do you process killing a man? I knew I needed to protect y'all last night, but I didn't realize how easy it would be to just pull the trigger and watch someone die like that.
The way I've always looked at it, Peyton, is that they're just going to kill you if you don't. It's the only way you can rationalize it. You can be a good spirit who wishes not to take another's life, but between theirs and yours, you're the one who lives your life. And, you have to live to tell the tale and write your stories, and you can't let anybody take that from you.
These
I
two
guess.
people, they're not always people either. They deal in some pretty dark stuff.
Yeah, that one-eared whack jock wanted us to kill him. We didn't even want to kill him. He pulled my trigger of my own gun and blasted his head off, fucker.
No, he didn't. Did
He
he?
did. He was all like, "No, please end my life. Death is just the beginning." And Clyde and I were like, "Shut the fuck up, dude." And
Richard's gonna like walk in and
Yeah,
be
he's not
like, you guys might want to keep it down a little bit. Talking about killing a man isn't exactly something we want to be spreading around.
listen,
I mean,
in a court of law, everyone is gonna know that I didn't pull the trigger of my gun when his brain went. Okay, and that's the last thing that I'm willing to say about it.
I'm just trying to process it, Richard. I know I shouldn't be talking about it in a social setting like this. I just figured the breakfast place is a little bit empty, and I'm sure people don't even understand what we're saying.
Well, when I was in the war, I got my first kill, and it was tough. It's tough, Peyton. It's your first is always the hardest, but as bad as it may sound, it gets easier every time.
Just think about. I'm sure your daddy taught you how to hunt and kill deer. Just think about it like that. Think about what your daddy said.
Peyton, what kind of example is that? She doesn't want to eat the guys that she kills. That'd be fucked up.
Yeah, Harrison. Is that what you
Yeah.
don't want to eat the people?
Sometimes me and my daddy would just kill animals for fun. I mean, my daddy told me it was fun, and I just went along with it.
I hope there's no animal activists watching our stream.
You think Peyton hung a fucking pig over a cliff to survive through the winter?
That was a Saturday night.
But I mean, even that I felt a little bit bad. But I mean, that man might have had a life. He might have had a wife, kids. We're all just islands in this world, and I snuffed that light out. Doesn't that haunt you in any way?
Your soul was consumed by darkness. How can you have time for a family and a wife when you're worshiping the Lord of the Dark Black Egypt guy, Pharaoh even?
Wow. Black Egypt guy.
Yeah, this black guy that I worship.
Peyton, you have to realize these people are gonna go and end your life. They were willing to die for the cause whose name escapes me.
Were people not willing to die for the Great War, though? Maybe their side maybe they just believe that what they're trying to do is the right thing.
Yes, Peyton.
Well, the way
They
you look,
died on either side and their lives meant nothing in the first place, so get over it! Stiffen your upper lip!
well, I have to say, not everyone's life in the Great Wars meant nothing, good Sir Harrison. I would have to say there, Peyton, that as long as you're protecting those close to you, unfortunately, in times like that, you don't have much of a choice. It was never a pleasure in taking the life, but if it was to protect the people I was with, then it was what I had to do.
Yes. I
And
guess.
as a doctor, I even hate taking lives even more, but unfortunately, when we were in the war, that's just even the doctors had to fight.
Weren't you doing some like weird shock stuff to the guy back at your
Ah,
home?
listen now. So this is called shock therapy. We did it in the psychology
Yeah.
wards trying to deal with the
Great for
clinically
weight loss.
insane.
Yeah, no, and
And
it seems super
and
relaxing.
And what it does is it actually can stimulate the brain, you see. It's not harmful per se. I mean, if you turn it up high enough, you can kill the person with electricity. But at the end of the day, it is a mild stimulation.
I don't know. I saw my daddy's best friend get struck by lightning in the middle of the courtyard, and all that we found left of him was his boots steaming.
Ah, well, you see, lightning is much more powerful than what I used. I couldn't imagine a machine we use right now for this that harnesses the power of lightning.
I just thought it was the Lord taking him home.
Well, I can't make a comment on that, but I can say that it sure would be interesting to watch someone get struck by lightning. I'd be very intriguing. Sad, of course, but intriguing.
Well, I always just thought that was the Lord's power, and if you can harness that kind of energy, I'm astounded by that.
Well, I am quite the renowned doctor in this field.
Anyway, Peyton, you'll figure it out as you go. Everyone has their own coping mechanisms.
Well,
What are we gonna do today, fellas and lady?
I just want to say I'm grateful for y'all taking me in, and I'm grateful for you listening to my concerns this morning, and trying. I look at Richard and Harrison. I'm not too sure if your words helped me process it, and then I look back at Clyde. But thank you.
I thought for sure Peyton was going to say, I'm glad I was with you all for my first time.
You made it special.
But yes, what are we gonna do today?
I'm not exactly sure where to go from here.
Do we know that Harrison stole the things, or is that in his back pocket?
If he made mention of it, I can't remember if he mentioned it
I
last
can't
time.
either. So
Did you make mention of it?
Listen, gang. Once we're done with our nice morning beverages, I have a bit of a surprise to show all of you back in our hotel room. It's not for breakfast table eyes, and I think it could be something big.
you're not gonna show us your dick, are you?
No, slide. No. Why would you say that?
My.
Harrison just takes out of his suitcase a jar full of ears that he's been collecting on every continent.
Alright.
You know,
Well, I'm
Harrison,
gonna go whenever.
I think you're taking play it by ear a little too literal.
God.
Hayden, if I've told the group once, I've told them 1,000 times. When you're in bad cop mode, the power overtakes you and you do heinous things. But I'm not in bad cop mode anymore, so you can't hold me responsible for the things that I did when I was in bad cop mode. Okay? Only God can punish me for those.
All right. Well, can we go back to the room right now and take a look at this big package of yours?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So you guys make your way upstairs to Harrison's hotel room, who I think he shares it with Clyde, if I'm not mistaken.
Roomies for life, Clyde.
Yeah. Yeah. Harrison, what are you going to show the group?
Okay.
Hotel.
Okay. Sit down, everybody. This is some very exciting information, and I want to make sure that you are butts planted on the ground, eyes on me. I'm going to reach into my bag or satchel of some kind that you would put stolen artifacts in. I'm going to pull out a crown and a necklace. And I'm going to tell y'all that I swiped this off of the altar that had the the sarcophagus, presumably the one that was at the other pyramid, and they had some intention of it. Maybe it looked valuable. I've been known to be a bit of a kleptomaniac. Here they are. What do you want to do with them?
Oh, it's never good to steal from the dead.
Well, they don't need it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, never will.
That bridge has been crossed a long
Yeah.
time ago.
Yeah, that sniper rifle you have. Don't ask how you got it.
Well, if I do remember so, I think something happened in New York, didn't it, with the sniper rifle?
Yeah, we found it on the ground.
It was
My
picked up
sniper
from
rifle?
somebody dropped it, and we took it with us.
My sniper rifle is a U.S. grade sniper rifle.
That's right.
I like how there's two contacts because Leon had to abandon his first sniper rifle after you burned Juju House down. Or he didn't have to, but he chose to. Then he went to get a second sniper rifle, like shelled out big cash for it, and then died, and you guys picked it up off the ground and wrapped it in his bloody trench coat.
Yeah.
Wait, if I remember correctly, doesn't that second rifle have the ability to be like disassembled so you can carry it easier? Wasn't that why Leon wanted it so he could smuggle it places easier?
I don't think so. It was
No.
still a Springfield
No.
rifle.
The thing that I did is I sawed off the
shotgun.
Yeah, the shotgun, so I could put it in my trench coat like fucking Blade.
You'll have to see it.
And then he died. I used it once, and the one time I used it, I eviscerated the guy, but then I died.
Yeah.
It had its moment of glory, and that's all it needed.
Pretty much.
So, any ideas on what we should do with this? I feel like we might have turned ourselves into targets for carrying it around.
Well,
Can I inspect the crown?
Yeah, you can inspect both of them if
Okay.
you want.
What skill do you use to inspect them? Appraise?
If you were going to appraise these, it would probably need an extreme success.
Really?
You could do appraise with extreme success, or you could roll Cthulhu Mythos.
I'll roll a Cthulhu Mythos, because why the hell not?
I can try to appraise it.
Sure.
Yeah,
I think we might have lost your sound, Evan.
Sorry. Yeah, I can't do Cthulhu Mythos. I got 0 of it.
I have 3. Here we go. I did not roll 3.
roll.
No. I also failed the appraise.
Gotcha.
Well, we could take it to the guy at the museum whose name escapes me. Great friend.
Well,
Don't remember what to call him.
Mr. K something.
Dr. Kafour.
Dr. Kafour.
now, the other option. Yes, we could take it to him, but do you think your friend there, the cat goddess lady, would
Speak of her with some respect.
would be able to talk or be able to know anything about these artifacts? And would she not
yeah.
be? Would she be interested to know there's a cult of people throwing throwing people into pits of leeches?
She kind of didn't seem too concerned. It's kind of like, it's not my department kind of deal, but
Well, we did.
I don't think she knew anything about what was going on. I think she just kind of focuses on doing her and doesn't worry about the rest. I don't know if she would necessarily know anything about none.
We sent her to scout out the baddie's compound, and she came back empty-handed. So either she was hiding them something, or she's not good.
She didn't come back empty-handed.
The whole
She's the
reason-
one who, she led you to the Sphinx.
Yeah,
She's
so
the
the
one who
whole
saw the
reason we
cult.
know that we went through that whole arc was because of her.
Wow, I am so sorry. my Jaguar necklace. Oh my gosh, I messed up.
Disappears off your neck.
Ah, no.
You know what? We could go to Dr. Kafour and see, but
What if
I don't
we?
know. I feel like we should throw one of these in the ocean or something.
What if we took these back to Nuri?
The
Remember
crippled
the-
old woman?
Yeah, I mean, she must know something. I mean, it
The
seems
one
like
with
she
her
was
jaw
damaged.
missing?
Yeah. Yes.
But how is she be able? Let's say she knows something. How is she going to tell us?
I imagine her son may have a way to translate for us. I mean, I believe he did translate for us last time.
If you remember correctly, Nuri never actually said anything. She just pointed to the corner of her room where there was some random debris lying around, which is where you found the stone piece with the hieroglyphics on it. And then as soon as you guys picked it up and took it with you, she went fully catatonic.
Oh, she is gone then? Okay.
Yeah.
He could use sign language. It was established in 1817.
But
Why don't you know sign language? It was established 100 years ago.
American Sign Language was.
Yeah.
Probably not Arabic Sign Language, and also she was missing both of her hands, if I remember correctly.
Ah, well, that would know.
That's in the book. That's not me trying to tell you not to go there.
But it kind of sounds like you're telling us not to go there, which I'm fine with, because she doesn't make good conversation anyways. Let's take it to Kafur.
What happens if... Does anybody have that stone, then, that we got from them?
Yeah, I got it.
I don't know much about this magic, this black magic. But I imagine maybe if we might try putting the necklace or crown on the rock, maybe something might happen.
I mean, yeah, we can try. I'll pull out the rock and touch it to the crown.
So you pull out the rock and you touch it to the crown.
Uh-oh.
And nothing happens.
Ding, 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 ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding.
Ding, ding.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, has anybody tried putting the crown on?
Not it.
I mean, jewelry has had some pretty shitty effects in the past.
I mean, I wouldn't mind trying it on.
I'll hold it out to her.
Okay, so Peyton takes the crown,
Mm-hmm.
and she kind of looks at it. Is she feeling anything as she's holding the crown?
No. Just feels
Okay.
like a normal piece of jewelry. It's very nice. Let me describe it to you. If I think I've got a I've got a description of them here. I think what they both look like. If I could find it. Where is that? Oh, well, now I just can't find anything. Oh, man. Guys, I'm a failure.
No.
Here we go. So the crown is a jet black circlet topped with a cut gem that looks like a large diamond. The crown is made from some sort of metal alloy and is blackened with age. You can make a science, chemistry, or appraise roll to determine what it's made out of.
I just had an idea. We should go to a street merchant. Once we've decided to get rid of the crown and the necklace, they don't serve us any more purpose. We should go to a street merchant and sell it off, because we'll get a bunch of money for it and it'll be off our hands.
Well, Peyton's gonna now put it on before we do anything else.
You look very pretty.
Oh my goodness.
You know, Peyton, I didn't realize
Do y'all feel that? Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, I'm a princess. Oh Lord. Oh, this is beautiful. Does anybody got on me Fuck, I just went terribly British accent. I was doing so good. I felt like, Clyde, could I try on that necklace as well? She puts the necklace on.
All right. It's a very pretty necklace. The necklace is a long silver chain decorated with small emerald beads and a large square emerald pendant carved with an image of a black sphinx.
Oh
See?
my, I feel like the horse queen at the front of the parade. I never got to be it because I got sent away before I was able to do it. You know what? I don't think we should sell this stuff. She tucks the necklace into her shirt and kind of just like keeps the it's a tiara or something or a circlet.
It's
like what
a
is it?
circlet.
Okay.
You know the crowns from Skyrim?
Yeah.
It's a little bit like that.
All right, so she's gonna keep the circlet. Actually, what she's gonna do is she's gonna take her cowboy hat, which she took off before putting the circlet on, and she's gonna kind of like jimmy the circlet onto the cowboy hat so it sits there, and then put the cowboy hat back on.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. Sounds good.
I think
I'm
this
sorry
makes-
to dash your parade, honey, but you can't go around the streets of Egypt wearing that. You can't display that thing that we stole from cultists in broad daylight. This is their home turf. One of them's just walking down the street to get groceries when they're off duty, and they see you wearing the circlet. You're going down.
And why do you?
Yes, and didn't you just say you wanted to sell it to some guy on the street?
Yeah, I want to get it off our hands, dude. I want to hide it in a package until it's time to be like, would you like to look at my wares?
Okay,
And
I'm
then
gonna roll to persuade Harrison to let me keep it.
Okay. Yeah, Harrison, you can contest it with your persuade or your psychology.
Let me just say before I roll, oh, but Harrison, it looks so wonderful on me. Don't you agree?
sweetheart,
And
I
that-
don't
so
disagree.
that's my persuasion roll.
Okay.
I bat my eyelashes as I do that. So that is going to be an extreme success.
Dang.
Goodness me. I was gonna say that you charmed me with your eyelashes, so I'm gonna roll with a penalty die, but I have to kind of go full force now to win. Bitch. I fail. But Peyton, honey, sweetheart, baby girl, you look ravishing, but wear it to the fucking ball.
Exactly. Thank you, Harrison. I think I'll keep it on. And I like adjust my cowboy hat as I like gleam to the side.
I hate losing arguments.
All right.
Well, I mean,
So-
regardless, we should probably split them up anyway. One person shouldn't hold both of the things. Do you want the pretty necklace, Harrison?
I think
would
now
still wear- I wore the pretty necklace.
that necklace is
Thank
mine
you.
now.
Peyton.
Wait,
what?
we
You know
gotta
what?
separate them.
I'm fine with it. You want to look like a ravishing princess
Why?
all across
Now,
town?
why would we need to
Put it in your
separate them? I'm wearing both clearly right now, and I'm not possessed like Pip was. I'm not struck by lightning.
And Pip holds up a giant wooden mask that he found in the corner of the room.
No!
Oh, my lord!
I'm gonna take that out of Pip's hands if I can.
So,
Oh my goodness.
Clyde, you were willing to put that on me, but no one else. I feel a little attacked by this.
You expressed so much doubt. You thought we were all crazy. You
Actually,
thought
that
all
is-
these
that was
things.
not-
You wanted to experiment on us.
That wasn't true at all. I came in and you said, you need to understand what we've seen, and you tried to put it on me, and I said, I don't think I really want to view that.
You've cast so much doubt.
It's the
Anyway,
first time
I'm
I've
gonna
met
have
you.
to
I think
put
we
the
need to
mask up on a
focus.
high shelf away from Pip.
I think we need to focus on the next step in our journey.
Peyton, honey, sweetheart. I'm sorry. I've been listening to Harrison talk too long. Peyton,
Sweetheart.
no. No,
Baby girl.
it's just Peyton. I'm not saying you can't wear them both because you might experience some magical voodoo. What I'm saying is, if someone sees you on the street and they decide to kidnap you, then we've lost all of our bargaining chips. We've lost every piece of every card that we hold.
I just
And then
think it
you're
looks-
getting put in danger.
I just think I'm persuading Clyde right now, and I'm like, I just think that I was raised by my mama before she passed away. That you cannot separate a set this good looking.
Your
You can contest it with
you're-
your
parents sure had a lot of.
Okay, I just got a success, regular success.
I don't have, for whatever reason, I don't think I have my.
I'm sorry. I'm just. I think it's just a contested.
Hold off on the roll yet.
No.
I don't think I have my half and fifth values written for some reason. In my persuade
yeah.
skill.
Okay, so I actually had it right. So, social skills can be opposed by the same skill or psychology. So you can make a persuade roll or a psychology roll to to oppose Peyton.
Remind me.
I just
never
wanted to.
try to persuade Richard.
I got a success.
Which skill did you use?
Persuade.
What's your persuade skill, Clyde?
69.
Peyton, what's
75.
Peyton wins. Peyton seems very hell-bent on keeping this set together, and she doesn't really make any good points, but she is very ravishing.
Well, I don't see an issue in letting her keep it. As of right now, we are gonna need them to figure out some information anyways, and we're all
Wow.
here. If something comes for her, we can always deal with it all together.
Well, thank you, Richard.
Yeah. Alright. At least put the necklace under your shirt.
I'm not gonna lie. If I had a
Walk
chance to
around like a
dissect,
star anyway, it doesn't matter.
if I had a chance to dissect one of those animal people down there, it'd be quite useful for my research.
You have to kill them first.
What exactly is your research for the animal people?
Well, how do you get a hybrid between animal and person? This would be groundbreaking research in the world of medicine.
Oh, maybe they'll sit down for an
Comes
interview.
up behind Richard with a scab, just like, I'll help.
That a boy, Pip. You're following after your old man's heart.
I think I could come up with a great horse dewormer pill if I dissected one of these.
Oh no.
So you're proposing we head back in there so we can try to capture one and or kill one, just so you can cut it open?
No, I'm saying if one happens to come looking for the necklace, then it's a win-win situation. We can kill one, I can dissect it, and Peyton gets to keep and wear that necklace and tiara.
Well, I get the feeling those guys don't go out into the daylight often.
Well, you
I get
never
the
know
feeling
what
that
we'll run into
their
it.
whole group is just kind of fucking going crazy. Right, fine. Let's focus. Where are we gonna go? Are we gonna go talk to Dr. Kafour and see if he knows these these
Yes.
things?
Yes.
I think we could ask him a number of questions, including what the meaning of that map was down in the where Pip got possessed. I believe that was the Bent Pyramid.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, let's go then.
All right.
Fucking slams her. Oh wait, we're in the hotel room. Never mind.
Yeah. All right. So, you all begin making your way to the Cairo Museum, just down the river, just a few blocks away from your hotel. One thing I just want to make a note of is that ever since you met the avatar of the Black Pharaoh in the pyramid, although you didn't see what he looks like because he possessed Pip instead of appearing as himself. Every now and then, in your peripheral vision, or in the reflection of a mirror, or on a random stranger's face in the street, you see a pitch black face of what you can only assume is the Black Pharaoh, which seems to every so often be following you. And this is an experience that you are all having. It's ubiquitous to your group.
Richard just smiles at it.
All right.
Peyton's a little off-putted by it.
So, you all make it to the museum. Dr. Kafour is in his normal spot. It is good to see you all again. To what do I owe the pleasure?
Well, Dr. Kapoor, I recently gained possession of these dazzling jewels that you see here. Our friend Peyton has insisted on modeling for you, and I, without going into too much information, my friend, I definitely took those from a place that would be the type of person that we're investigating, and I was wondering if you had any knowledge of what these artifacts are, or could offer an appraisal of them.
Dr. Kafour seems rather tired. Yes, please come to my office. Let me take a look at them.
No. Why is he tired?
Yeah.
Yes, Richard's gonna be like, Doctor, you seem like you're a little bit exhausted. Have you been going through some late nights?
I've been spending a few extra hours each night doing the translation that Clyde asked for.
I'm gonna do a psychology check on him.
Okay, make a psychology check.
That is a critical success. I got an 8.
He is being genuinely honest.
Ah.
He's been working his ass off. In fact, he's being modest when he's saying that he's spent a few extra hours. He's probably like pulling some long shifts to get the translation done.
Doctor, don't worry. I'll make sure to give you a little bit extra compensation for your hard work.
We're already paying him like $20 an hour in fucking 1925.
I actually have a rough draft of the pertinent information available. Should you want it?
Yes, this would work well together. These two things.
Of course. Well, I have the translation in my office. Please come with me.
Da, 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 da.
So he sits down in his office and presents to you a sort of manifesto of handwritten notes. This is the translation that I have been working on for the past several days. I have put a good number of hours into it the past several nights. I've put about 20 hours of work into this.
And did you find anything?
I have translated the information pertaining to the Black Pharaoh that Clyde was interested in into English. It was time-consuming, but not outside of my realm of expertise.
Very nice, and hopefully there's something about the information that you can benefit from as well, Doctor.
Perhaps it's always good to go over such documents more than once. But as I said, that is for you. We can worry about payment at a later date. What is it that you wanted to show me?
Just for fun. 20 hours, $400 at $20 an hour. And back in the day, is $6,324 for 20 hours of work. Fucking paying this man a fortune.
You needed somebody who could translate Egyptian hieroglyphics and Arabic into English in a very short amount of time.
He's worth every penny.
And you also have $45,000 in the Jesse Hughes fund still, I think.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you say it was worth,
Yeah.
Graydon?
400.
No, I know.
6,324.
It's fucking insane.
Isn't 20 times 20 like
20 times 20 is 400.
100? Yeah. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking.
So, anyways, yes. What is it you wanted to show me?
Peyton like shows the necklace and is very hesitant to take it off and kind of like dips her cowboy hat and shows the circlet as well.
Can I see those?
Peyton, you can put them back on in a minute.
All right. So she takes the necklace off and the circlet and hands it to Dr.
Put a
Cthulhu.
reassuring hand on Peyton's shoulder as a silent thank you for not being difficult about that.
Dr. Kafour, like, very gingerly and expertly looks at the two pieces, laying them down softly on his desk to pick up the other, and again, looking very, very carefully, almost in bewildered astonishment. Where did you get these?
Well, Harrison gave them to me as a nice gift.
Putting all the blame on Harrison.
There's no denying that I did take this from an underground called Black Pharaoh chamber that we found, surrounded by no shortage of horrible monstrosities and eldritch things that I do not care to repeat.
He looks down for a second and puts his hand on the table. Harrison, my friend.
Yeah, that's me.
You may have just handed us our salvation. What you have presented to me are two of the three adornments of Queen Nitocris, the ancient Egyptian queen who served the Black Pharaoh, some say. It was her mummy that was rumored to have gone missing from the pyramids at Giza some months ago, which was stolen from the Clive expedition. These artifacts are two of a set of three. When all three are brought together and the correct ritual performed, it is said that Queen Nitocris may live again as ruler of Egypt. If that is what the cult of the Black Pharaoh is after, then you may have just prevented such an act from happening. They no doubt will want these back.
What do we do with them now?
We must destroy them.
No.
Hey, that's what I said the whole time.
No. Those. I've never seen such beautiful jewelry before.
We only need to destroy one, and the ritual cannot take place without all three.
Hey, Peyton, pick your favorite one.
All right, I'll take the necklace.
And she snatches it back from Kafour and puts it back on quickly and tucks it into her shirt.
How you want to destroy this, Doctor? You got a sledgehammer, or you want to to put it in a fire or something?
I fear that these may be beyond normal means of destruction.
So,
Well, I mean, we gotta try at least. There was once a boulder on my daddy's farm that nobody said could be taken out, and he needed it for the cattle to eat the grass in that location. Well, Crazy Bob down the street came by with a stick of dynamite and blew that sucker to smithereens. Unfortunately, It was very tragic. A piece of the shrapnel hit him, and he lost his legs, but he was still he still hobbled along after that.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go! What a meal! What a meal! That looks amazing.
Okay. So
Porky's
the
loaf.
he kind of holds up the crown, the metal crown that you guys want to try and destroy. So you are welcome to try, but I do not know if it will work. Any methods that you have available to you?
Okay,
Get your scalpel.
okay, I gotta, one second, I gotta look at some notes here.
You can try shooting it.
Please do not do that within the museum. That would attract unnecessary attention from my colleagues.
Oh yeah, of course. But
How many of those do I have left? Alright, I only have 2 more left. I gotta save those mysterious dust.
You want to try the dust on the jewels for old time's sake, there, Richard?
I only have 2 doses left, so I don't know if I want to
Well,
waste
what
it on
have
this.
you used it on that it's worked on so far? What do you know is actually effective to try it on?
It coagulates in air and it's elevated with your ring.
What is this this substance with which you speak?
Ah, well, I'm gonna whip out the little dosage thing I have, or the little vial, and I'm like, I came across this dust, and I've been trying to figure out what its purpose is. I found it coagulated with air, but had no effect with fire, water, or human contact, or any of the sorts. I did notice that with our good friend Harrison there, his ring, it elevated in the air, and I'm not quite sure, but as far as I know, I don't really know its purpose besides its coagulation.
Dr. Kafour kind of takes a look at it. Interesting.
I forget where I got it from.
You got it from the basement of the Penhew Foundation.
Ah.
I've never seen this in person before, though I have heard of it.
Ah, do you happen to know what it is?
It is called the Dust of Ibn Ghazi. It is a semi-magical component which reveals that which is unseen. It reveals the invisible when spread upon creatures or entities that cannot be seen by the naked eye.
Are you saying I had a ghost in my house when it coagulated in the air?
It is most likely that it just conformed around the air, seeing as the air is invisible to us. But I suppose it's not out of the question that you had a specter of some kind in your home.
Ah, well, I have dealt with a lot of clinically ill people in my house when running our experiments. Some died, some lived. Wouldn't surprise me.
Should we use that right now just to make sure no one's watching us?
Well, I believe you'd have to toss it on the person. I don't think it's going to just migrate towards someone invisible.
Indeed. You would have
Doesn't that
to...
kind of defeat the purpose of it?
Well, I assume if we're fighting something, for example, and we couldn't see it, if I tossed the dust onto this thing, it would cause it to become visible.
Well, what if you just got like a pocket full of confetti or something like that? You can find dust or sand anywhere. You don't have to use it for that specific purpose.
But this is special dust, as Dr. Kafour hinted here. It has magical properties that help it identify invisible things.
I have
While,
a
we-
large
while, while everyone is talking about dust, I'm gonna try to put the crown on the ground and step on it and like take it from like a circle shape and like try to bend it and see if I can fatigue the metal.
You do that, and no, you cannot. This thing is sturdy.
Now, Dr. Kafour, I don't, I'm thinking I just blanked my brain out, but did he mention there was a way he knew how to destroy it, or did he?
Oh.
Okay.
Perhaps in the archives, if we were to do some research, we may find information.
Why don't we just chuck it out the window on a boat in the middle of the sea?
Yeah, I thought of that as well.
If
I
there's a
mean-
way to destroy it, then we need to make sure it can never go into the hands of the baddies again.
I have to say that I don't think anything other than destroying it probably won't be enough to keep it from this cult.
This is my concern as well.
But if we throw it in the ocean, we won't have to deal with it in our lifetime. Someone else could deal with it.
Hello, climate change personified.
I gotta.
The ocean is pretty deep, and we have no means of getting down that far. Nobody does.
Maybe not now, but what about the future?
Not us, but
We set out here to stop these cultists now and forever. And if you can't account for the forever, then you're not doing this right.
Is there some way to track these things, Doctor?
I would say this. It would be safer to destroy it and make sure that it can never be used for the purpose of resurrecting Nitocris. Even if we were to throw such an object in the ocean and set back the cult's progress by 10 years, 20 years, how long until the Black Pharaoh sends one of his more impervious minions to the bottom of the ocean to retrieve the artifact?
Oh my, you're right. If he's got bird people, he might have fish people too.
Like a sperm whale person that can dive deep and hold his breath for a long time.
God.
Well,
You won't believe the jewelry we find down there. As archaeologists, there are many interesting things at the bottom of the ocean.
Harrison's next
Harrison.
book.
Yeah, the sequel.
You won't believe what I found down there under the ocean.
You won't believe what jewelry we found down there.
20,000 leagues under the... You won't believe what I found down there.
Or it'll be like, this time you really won't believe what I found down there.
Well, I mean, there's got to be somebody out there. Well, I guess we got to do our research. Doctor, do you got any books that might help us?
Yes. Follow me to the vaults. It may take time, but with all of our skills combined, perhaps we can find the answers that we search for.
Let's fucking do it.
Ah, yes, I agree.
You're in a museum. What's your language?
I wasn't paid. You
Oh,
dummy.
Sorry. Evan, you're in a... What's your language?
All right. So Dr. Kafour goes to leads you all back to the vault where you did a little bit of research with him a couple of days ago. He opens the massive door into the huge underground library, and this time he closes and locks the vault behind you.
Oh, fuck. That's not good.
There. As long as you have these items, then you're a target for
see,
the cult.
see, Peyton, you hear that?
I mean, I was the target of many eyes while on the way here as well, so I would say it was a win-win.
Yeah. I will
we all
say,
saw the hooded figure.
I will also say Ruth took those rubbings of the hieroglyphics and a few of the other things in the chamber in the bent pyramid. So
Yeah, I was going to ask him about the rock too.
Dr. Kafour can take a look at those.
Yeah.
If you show him the rock, he kind of looks at it and is like, I'm not sure what this is.
Yeah, well, neither am I, but I don't speak pictures.
Unfortunately, with the inscription partly broken, I cannot quite tell what it said or infer its meaning. But
You can't get like a partial.
I don't even know if I have the partial meaning. Let's see.
They never expected Graydon to come ask questions about this.
Let's see.
But what
Okay,
rock?
the book actually does say. Yeah, I was kind of right before. I'm not entirely sure what it is. It seems that it is a symbol, perhaps, of some sort of protection or defense.
Right. I'll hang on to that. I'll put it back in my pocket.
Sounds good.
Might come in handy. Richard, I know we're in this vault now, but would you just sprinkle some of that dust around just to make sure nobody's in here with us?
Well, I only have 2 doses left of this dust. I would like to save it for a more pressing time.
All right then. I don't need dust to figure this out. And she starts fucking just going like this around the room, trying to do some laps.
Please, miss, there are many valuable objects in the vaults here.
And I'm one of those valuable objects, doctor, so I need to protect myself. She keeps doing it as she walks around.
So, the main rubbings that Ruth took, Dr. Kafour looks at. This appears to be some sort of prophecy, from what I can tell. It says it foretells the birth of a child to the one known as Nyarlathotep. The child will be born within the mountain of the Black Wind. I do not know what that means. It does not give a date or a time, this prophecy. Only that it will happen.
Was there ever any indication that these artifacts had to be brought together in a certain location?
What do you mean by that?
Like, when you bring the necklace, circlet, and the final artifact together, does it need to be anywhere specific, or can it be anywhere?
I think it can technically be anywhere, but you have to have all 3 to resurrect Nitocris.
Okay.
And presumably you probably also need her dead body. Which is probably why they were in front of her dead body when Harrison stole them.
Should have thrown that mummy in the leech pit.
All right.
Should have burned that place down. You had the wrong team.
All right. The doctor sort of looks at the large archives laid out in front of all of you. Shall we get started? And I would like everyone who's going to help the doctor in his research to make a library use roll.
The library.
Bum 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 bum.
Holy shit. Dr. Kafour has a library use skill of 95, and he rolled a 94.
Oh, lame.
Harrison failed.
I failed too.
Richard had a normal success.
Peyton failed.
All right. So, you know what? This would be important enough to Dr. Kafour. He's going to push the roll. Try and get a better result. That's a little bit better. That's a 46.
Yeah, at least a hard success.
Yeah, hard success. So, hours pass. Very literal hours. Peyton and Harrison, you're not as much help to the overall process as Dr. Kafour and Richard, who are diligently going through tomes. Richard is doing the best he can with his limited language skills to help Dr. Kafour find the things that he's looking for. You thumb through things like, yes, I think I recognize that word in Latin or whatever, and Dr. Kafour is poring over tomes as quickly as possible. Clyde, since you also failed, why don't I tell you what is in that translation that Dr. Kafour gave you, that you just spent $400 on. You can read that instead of contributing to everything. Okay. All right. Well, I should also say, are you willing to read this? Because
Absolutely.
it is a mythos tome, so
Yeah.
you will incur sanity loss
Yes.
for reading it.
Yes.
Okay. You take 10 points of sanity damage
Oh,
for
dang.
reading this.
Okay.
Is that
That's
all of
actually
us?
pretty.
No, that's just Clyde, because he's the one who's reading it right now.
Okay.
Reading the English translation.
Thanks for rolling a 10 on that D10.
That's completely average. I rolled an 8 and a 2.
Okay.
I always forget how the increase happens when you read a tome. Because I think you immediately gain some skill in Cthulhu Mythos, but I could be wrong. These books are not as intuitive as D&D books. Page 224. Oh man, I just realized I'm not playing my fucking spooky music.
I just changed my music to spooky.
There we go. Appropriately spooky.
I love the listen along feature.
It's good.
It's weird that I've only seen it show up in Spotify though. Oh shit! I hope that doesn't come on my speaker.
All right.
Maybe it does.
So, Clyde.
Yeah.
You gain 6 skill points in Cthulhu Mythos,
Nice.
and you lose 6 maximum sanity. Maximum sanity, not current sanity.
I lose 6, right? Yeah.
Yeah, of your maximum. Because you have where it currently is, and you have the maximum that it could be. Because what's your Cthulhu Mythos skill right now?
13.
13. So you have 86 maximum sanity.
Yep.
But I think you have a lot less current sanity because you've been playing with fire.
Yeah, I've been reading too many scary books.
All right. So, you find within this book most of the information that you already know about the Black Pharaoh. You also find a spell which
Ooh.
is said could potentially destroy the crown of Nitocris.
Sick.
Nice one.
But you have to learn how to use this spell, which takes a little bit longer than just flipping through everything else. Richard and Dr. Kafour also find some methods of destroying the other items. Oh. So as he's pouring through tomes, Dr. Kafour finds the necklace that Peyton wishes to keep can be destroyed by cutting it into little pieces with a blade made out of pure silver that has been enchanted.
Enchanted.
The crown that we speak of can only be destroyed using very, very strong flames or fire. It is unclear, but
Yeah.
Such as a volcano.
perhaps that may not suffice.
I may have figured that one out just reading your notes here. It's magic.
I see.
What was he translating again? And then
The Arabic version of the Necronomicon called Al-Azif. So there's the Necronomicon, which is like the big bad book in like H.P. Lovecraft's works, which there are very few original copies. This is a later translation of the Necronomicon. of which there are also very few copies, but it's not entirely complete. But there's a lot of messed up shit in this translation of the Necronomicon. Still, very rare book in Cthulhu mythos. Very spooky. What did you find, Clyde?
Well, if I'm reading your notes here right, it seems that you learn how to cast a spell to destroy the crap. But it looks complicated.
Yes. This is a this spell that is listed here is a summoning spell.
Summoning what?
In English, they are called fire vampires.
Oh.
Now, the person that uses this spell to summon and bind the creature is in control of it, and could perhaps instruct the creature to destroy it, but they are dangerous creatures.
Well, you made me fire vampire sounds kind of scary.
Indeed. This is not a spell that I know, but perhaps I could learn it if given enough time.
Enough time and enough of Richard's money, I'm sure.
My money.
Oh, I mean, what about you, Richard? You're a smart guy. You want to learn how to summon a fire vampire?
I would love to. Do you know how easy
Actually,
it'd
you
be
know
to,
what?
you know how easy it'd be
I
convinced?
don't know if I want that to happen.
Do you know how easy it'd be convince someone to do my experiments with a fire vampire, encouraging them?
How would you convince the fire vampire to convince the patients to do your experiments?
Well, you summon him, ask the fire vampire, convince this gentleman here to do my experiments, and he goes, "Why, yes, lord of the fire vampires who just summoned me, I shall do your bidding."
What? So it sounds more like a genie if you expect him to just obey you immediately after you summon him.
Well, have you
I feel
ever
like it would
have you ever summoned a fire vampire? Do you know what they're like?
Richard, I think a very select few people on planet Earth have actually summoned a fire vampire, and they're probably all members of the cult of the Black Pharaoh, bloody tongues. So,
Well, I'd be more than happy to. I take on this honor. How do I learn this spell, Dr. Kafour?
I think this is actually a bad idea, but okay.
It's it will take a number of minutes to cast the actual spell. It may take you a few hours to memorize the spell and then mentally prepare yourself to cast it, depending on how taxing it is. Some spells tend to be more taxing than others.
Well, let me get started with this. I am a quick study with my background.
Yeah, I'll hand Richard the notes that I was reading, I guess. And I'm like, I'm gonna go for a smoke. Anybody want to smoke or anything?
yeah, no, yes, thank you for offering, and the answer is yes. I will absolutely go for a smoke with you, yes.
We will not be able to cast it inside, Dr. Kafour says as he's looking at the text. We must have a bonfire or source of flame.
That adds up.
The spell must be cast at night.
Ah, well, that gives me plenty of time to learn it.
It gives you some time to learn it. We have been at it for a good number of hours today.
Well, no time like the present. Let me get started.
Yes. Now, I just have to figure out how the fuck you learn a spell. There's not been a lot of magic on your guys' end thus far. The only person who knew any magic was Theo, and Theo didn't last too long.
Yeah, and we never got any explanation for how he used the magic either.
Maybe Evan will reveal it to you guys once we finish the campaign, or maybe I will. But for now, I think
we never even saw Theo use any magic. Yep. That was all in his own little adventure.
That's true.
Yeah.
If our
You
characters
don't even
know,
know what was going on with him.
You have no clue what the fuck happened.
Yeah, that's right. God, that's so haunting. I never thought about that. I flicked the key at him, told him good luck, and never saw him again.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
God.
I mean, it's not too haunting because you only met him that same night. So
yeah, and he kind of fucked us over in the cave.
Oh, also, Clyde, you took 10 points of sanity damage.
I already took 10 points of sanity. Do I take another 10 points?
No, you took 10 points of sanity damage, so you just lost 5 or more points of sanity, so you are temporarily insane. You have a bout of madness from reading the book.
not good.
Congratulations.
Okay. So I don't lose. I don't write down.
You don't lose anymore, but you lost 5 or more, so I have to do the sanity rolls to see what happens.
Right.
You're gonna hate Tuesdays, I just know it. And then someone's gonna die, most likely Richard.
Very pessimistic of you.
Norman sends his regards.
Richard was the only reason that Norman lived past that day on his insanity trip.
Some say that Harrison, inspired by Norman, grew old and wrote Garfield in inspiration. Wrote Garfield mimicking Norm.
So, Richard, before we get to what happens with Clyde, as he goes after his smoke, I want you to make an intelligence roll for me. As Dr. Kafour outlines the spell which you are trying to learn.
The good news is I'm quite intelligent. The good news is I rolled quite well. I got a hard success.
Perfect. That's good for you.
Excellent. Richard really wants to learn how to summon fire vampire.
You think you get the grasp of this spell pretty well.
Excellent. I'm going to... Well, I'm not going to start using it in here, because then I'll probably light something on fire that we don't want to light on fire. Now, don't draw it. You don't get a treat. You dropped the pencil. You must hold it there. You must hold it for an extended period of time, and then you get a treat.
Oh, let's go, Evan. Let's go.
So, before we get to cast the spell, let's go to the Sanity Lost chapter.
A lot of book consulting tonight.
A lot of book consulting tonight.
Well, the good news is I haven't streamed in a while, and this is the first time I've streamed recently that I didn't have dropped frames, so that's a bonus.
That's awesome. right. So, Clyde, as you leave the vault, and for a few minutes afterwards, you do not remember leaving the vault with Harrison. You do not remember going for a smoke. And after you finish your cigarette, you are in the vault, and then suddenly you're outside the museum. You forget the entire time that you were walking out to get your cigarette.
Where the fuck? Harrison?
Hey man, how's the cigarette? When are you gonna pass it over to me?
I pass him the cigarette.
Is there something more in this that I should know about before I take a puff?
I don't know. I don't remember coming. I don't remember lighting it. I don't. Where? How do we get here?
Well, we were in the library, and you were all like, "What? What? Come have a cigarette with me?" And though I find your New York accent hard to understand, I saw you pull the cigarette package out of your pocket, and that's how I knew that you wanted to go for a smoke. And I knew that I wasn't being very helpful with the book reading, so I thought, why not? I'll come out and have a smoke with my buddy Clyde. You don't remember any of that?
First off, it does sound nothing like me. Two, no, I have no memory of leaving and then smoking.
I am puzzled, to say the least.
I've never even seen Clyde smoke before, so it kind of surprised me.
Jesus.
Payne's like crouched down on a ledge above both of you, just like looking down at you.
Well, what are you boys doing here?
Well, howdy.
You wouldn't happen to have some chew, would you?
I remember reading the thing and then looking up, and that's all I remember.
That's all you got?
Do you remember what the thing that you read said?
Do I remember that part, Jack?
Remember what?
The reading the thing and the context of it.
Oh yeah, you remember doing all of that.
Yeah, it was some spooky shit.
Well, maybe you just got really lost in the story and it was just playing on your mind for a while afterwards. Did you get any juicy info?
I mean, yeah, I told everyone, I think, what it said. Isn't Richard doing something with that? I'm very confused.
I did not want to be there.
Yeah, sorry, Clyde. I'm not in a position to trust your memory on anything right now. You don't remember walking out and lighting the cigarette.
As this happens, it's getting sort of towards the evening. Richard and Dr. Kafour are on their way out of the museum. Peyton, Clyde, and Harrison, you guys want to give me quick perception checks or spot hidden checks?
The perception of the 1917. Here,
Dude,
1900.
oh my god, all of my rolls tonight have been garbage. I seriously
Yeah,
haven't
that's a bad one.
succeeded in a single roll, and I just rolled a fucking 99.
Ooh,
You
That's
went
rough.
blind. You have temporary blindness.
I turned so fast that a tree poked my eyes out, and I'll never see again.
I was gonna say you turned so fast that your retina's detached, and now you're fucking stuck.
I also failed.
I got a hard success.
This is bullshit, man.
Across the
Probably
street,
because of the past that I'm looking around trying to figure out where the fuck I am.
across the street from the museum, Clyde, standing next to the river, is a man, shaved, bald head in like very normal looking, sort of like just peasant clothes, who is staring at all of you. And when you meet his gaze, he begins walking down the street away
Towards
from
us?
you,
Away
from you guys.
Yeah, listen, I know I'm not making a lot of sense right now, and believe me, I don't get it either. But that guy was just staring at us.
Yeah, we're a bunch of tourists in Egypt, Clyde. Lots of people stare at us.
I've had eyes on
seemed
me
interested.
since I walked off the boat in this country.
He seemed way more interested than just your passing glance. Look at those fucking tourists.
Well,
Do we
Clyde,
still see him as he's walking away, or is he gone by now?
His back is turned to you, but you can see him walking down the street.
I'm sure he's just like, excuse me, sir.
But
I
Peyton, I wouldn't do
scream out,
that.
Excuse
seem
me,
like a
sir.
doctor,
Are
but
you
what do you
lost?
think?
He's a far away from you. This is a large street along the riverfront of Cairo.
Oh, so
And
there's lots of people.
At this point, probably not lots of people, but even if he hears you, he's ignoring you.
I must not have heard me. I imagine he knows where he's going now.
What time is it, would you say?
Early evening, at least.
So
Possibly later. You guys would have spent a long time in the vault doing your research.
So
At this point, I will say Dr. Kafour and Richard leave. Richard, do you feel confident in your ability to summon this creature?
Why, yes. I don't want to brag very much, but I have been a fairly successful person. I'm quite confident I can pull this off just as well.
You guys are outside now?
Yes,
us?
they've just joined you.
I don't mean to bust your boat there, Richard. I just I don't think magic even exists in the way that you can do it. I mean, the Lord has his magic. Jesus had his magic, but I don't know about if the Bible said anything about a common man having it.
Well, I don't know much about that mumbo jumbo, but I'm sure I can pull this off.
Are you telling me you've never read the Bible?
Oh no, I've read it very much so, but I can't say as a man of science that it's really up my alley.
You know what? I couldn't get past the first 10 pages either. I just know it from my daddy.
Anyway, are we doing this tonight then?
Yes, I believe destroying one of them at least as soon as possible will be most beneficial.
All right. Hey, Doc, I got 2 questions for you.
Yes,
One, are you coming with us?
I would like to, yes.
Right, good. I'd like you to be there. 2, is there any place in town or nearby, or do you have access? Where can I get some dynamite?
I do not know the answer to that second question. That is somewhat beyond my
Now,
purview.
now, Clyde.
If we're worried, if we're worried about an attack, should we head back to the hotel and grab our weapons?
Well, absolutely, yeah. But I was thinking that we save that for later and we go back underground to that weird place and just throw some sticks around.
You said that where was this area that you found?
Oh, it was underneath the Great Sphinx.
Right, so I can't condone that you blow up anything beneath the pyramids of Giza.
Right.
That seems like a terrible waste of my country's cultural heritage.
Well, never mind then.
But
Africa!
if we succeed in summoning this creature and destroying the crown of Nitocris, then the resurrection cannot take place, and we will have thwarted the Brotherhood of the Black Pharaoh in some capacity.
All right, but backup plans, eh? We'll start with your thing and go from there.
All right, excellent.
All right, so should we head to the hotel and get our weapons first, or are y'all gonna put together this spell?
What makes you think I haven't been armed from the very beginning, Peyton? Are you not right now?
Ah, yes, I whip out my scalpel and I'm like, I'm ready for anything.
I don't know about you, Harrison, but I usually don't I bring my reading glasses to the library, but I do not bring my sniper rifle.
You and I don't go to the same libraries then.
Peyton, I do believe you'd enjoy the libraries Harrison goes to. His books are quite something.
Yeah, they're in the children's section.
Fine, that's absolutely enough out of you, and I will thank you
Wait,
not to encouraging leave my books any longer.
guys, I don't think Kaiten can read, so I don't know if she could have helped at all. Oh wait, no, she must be able to read. She's got a book she's reading right now.
It wouldn't have mattered because you failed your library use check.
That's true.
All right. Yeah, what are you guys doing? Dr. Kafour is ready to lead you to somewhere where you can light a fire and get this spell underway.
I'm
Or
gonna
you can
follow
stop.
him.
Oh, who actually has weapons right now?
I mean, I carry.
I'm packing.
I was gonna say I always carry my 45 and my knife.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kaiten's got fucking shit except for a lasso.
Hey,
I have a scimitar I can give her.
Yeah, well, she's not really good with that.
Well, Peyton,
Hey, whatever.
Peyton, how
Let's
are
just
you
go.
with pistols? Because if I'm doing this spell, I don't know if I could utilize this.
I had no practice with my pistol. My daddy only reserved that for shooting beer bottles off the fence.
Hey, Doctor, where you going? Me and Peyton will swing back and meet you guys. We'll go ahead and grab some stuff.
Yes, I was going to lead us across the river to one of the hills above the plateau of Giza. There we will light a fire and begin the summoning.
Alright, well, we'll meet you.
Your hotel is nearby. It would only take a few short minutes to stop by, would it not?
Okay, let's go then.
All right. So, the group makes their way back to the hotel. You guys go into your rooms. You all find your rooms in various states of tumult. They have all been picked over. Your belongings have been strewn everywhere. It looks like somebody has been through all of your belongings trying to find something.
Did they take the wooden mask?
The wooden mask is gone.
Now I'm blowing the fuck out of their home, so...
They took all our shit?
They took anything that seemed valuable. They took the wooden mask. They took the wooden stick that Ruth had with the Egyptian hieroglyphics cut into it, which you guys never investigated.
I didn't even know she had that stick.
Yeah, I know. She's had it for a while. And they took any weapons that you had.
Oh, my Leon's sniper rifle is gone? No, dude.
You stole the cult's important objects that they needed. They wanted those back.
Listen, the fire vampires will protect us from the cult.
Well, this is the sign that we gotta go now. All right, let's leave. Let's get this underway.
All right, let's go.
Well, Peyton, I would feel more comfortable if you had something to fight with, so please do take this pistol for now. I won't be able to use it while I'm doing the spell.
Won't be any good with it, but I'll do my best.
Good, excellent.
All right. So, you all make your way into the desert. As the sun creeps behind the hills of Cairo, you light a fire. Dr. Kafour says to you, Richard, are you ready, my friend?
Yes, I am ready, Dr. Kafour.
Payne's gonna...
I can't shake this feeling, and I looked at Dr. Cathor, but that this might not be a good idea.
You have any other suggestions? We have already trekked out to the desert to do this.
I mean, so you say that this spell brings a vampire?
It is an otherworldly being. It is not a vampire in the
So how
European tradition.
how do we make sure that that vampire destroys the circlet and doesn't try to eat us?
Once it is summoned, it is Richard's responsibility to bind the creature. The summoning spell tends to also bind the creature unless Richard does it incorrectly, in which case the creature will be hostile to us.
I have no worries at all about binding this creature.
Yeah, totally. He's got this. Nothing but faith. Let's start this thing. I feel like we're
I
doing well.
mean, could we start with like a smaller creature just to practice on, just to make sure you got the basics down?
Clyde's
Richard-
gonna start lighting the fire.
Richard's gonna start doing the spell.
All right. So, Richard, the way summoning spells work, also add summon fire vampire to your spell list.
Where's this? Where's my spell list?
We're on the second page.
Yeah, I think it's the second page.
Fire vampire. Okay.
So, a few things are going to happen here.
Okay.
Summon spells are a little bit more complicated to do just because they require a few things. Also, it's your first time casting the spell.
Oh.
So, that requires you to do something else.
Okay.
So, first thing that we're going to do, how many magic points do you have?
I have 17.
You have 17 magic points. That's a lot of magic points.
Yep. I didn't
So-
even know I had them.
I don't even know where those are.
They're beside your luck.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa!
Jesus Christ,
We all
really
have a
do.
little bit of magic in us.
So,
I got the magic.
Yeah. the,
And
So-
I touch.
for
Yeah,
every
right, right,
one for every one magic point you spend on a summoning spell, it increases the difficulty or the chance by 10%. So if you spend one magic point on a summoning spell, you have a 10% chance of summoning the creature. If you spend 10 points, then you're basically just rolling a D100, and the only way you don't summon the creature is on a fumble, a 96 to 100.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well. Okay.
However, for each magic point spent on a summoning spell, the caster must spend 5 minutes chanting during the summoning phase. So if you spend 10 points, you're spending 50 minutes
Ooh.
singing Kumbaya around the fire to summon the fire vampire.
Well, those fuckers won't come near me then.
All right. So, there's also a sanity cost for summoning spells. Once you've cast the spell, you lose 1d4 sanity points.
Okay.
And then the creature should, in theory, appear and be bound to you.
Okay.
However, this is your first time casting the spell. The first time you cast a spell, you need to make a hard power roll.
Okay. Well, that's actually not too horrible. I'm pretty good with power.
Right.
As long as it's not based on my appearance, I have a good chance of succeeding.
So I will say this: it doesn't really matter what order we do this in, but just for we'll say once you finish the spells, when you'll make the power roll to see how you do.
Okay.
So how many magic points are you going to spend?
I will spend 7 of my 17 magic points.
Okay, so you have a 70% chance.
Okay.
I would like to say that while this is all happening, Clyde is facing away. He's looking the opposite direction. He's not like he doesn't want anything to do with this. He'll be within the area, but I don't want to look at anything.
All right. Well,
I'm looking out into the desert.
It's a good thing you like. I did 7 because I got a 69.
Oh my god. Oh, that's wild.
Nice.
Nice. I think I speak for everyone when I say nice.
All right.
Do you want me to roll my sanity damage right away?
Yes, please roll 1d4.
All right, I got 3 points of sanity damage.
All right. It's not sanity damage. That's important. It takes your sanity to cast, so it's different from sanity damage when you're casting a spell. Yeah. It's like you're sacrificing part of your sanity willingly. Is basically how it works.
Okay.
So, Richard, you spend 35 minutes singing Kumbaya around the fire. Kumbaya, my lord, bring the vampire. Wailing into the desert night while your friends look on or look away from the scene. As you do this, I need you to make that power roll for me.
Okay.
This is an important role, Richard.
Okay. Actually, that was really good. That was a 32, and I have a power rating of 85, so half of it would be 42.
Perfect. Very nice.
So not as close to a to failing as the last one. Matt, you get off tower defense 6.
Dude, come on. How can you call me out like that?
I saw that one too.
You're all up on your computer. Oh, I really fucked up. It's okay, I can save. I'm just gonna finish round 69. Nice.
So, here's a good thing for you also, Richard. Now that you've done that hard power roll and cast a spell for the first time, you never have to make that hard power roll again if you want to cast this spell again.
Excellent. He's just automatically bonded to me if I succeed.
Sweet. That
So-
was the same thing for my frost breath, I believe, right?
Yes, same thing. Whenever you cast a spell for the first time, you have to do this. So there are 2 different rulings on it. Normally, so there's either it's automatically bound to you when it appears, or you have to succeed in a power roll against it for it to be bound to you. I'm just gonna say it's bound to you once it appears because you guys have gone through a lot at this point. I'm gonna give this one to you.
I was gonna
But
say
in the yeah.
I feel like I'd lose, and then I feel like I'd have to re-roll another character starting.
Yeah. It'd be very anticlimactic if you brought forth the fucking fire vampire and it kills you immediately.
Marvel what if.
All right. So,
Can't be enough high drive.
after 35 minutes of this, nothing happens. Dr. Kafour looks around and says, "It may take a moment."
I got all night.
After about 10 minutes of sitting in the desert, as the fire dims slightly, you see above you what appears to be a shooting star passing over the pyramids, gradually get brighter and more intense, and it seems to be getting closer. Before, after a few moments, this burning inferno above you crashes down from the sky in a cloud of dust and sand around you. There is a burning orange light which takes over the dim light of the campfire. And as the dust settles, you see
Oh, we
this.
this picture.
Jesus Christ.
The suspense is killing me.
I know the anticipation is out of this world.
Well, I thought Evan saw it. I was like, I can't see it.
Sorry, I had a hard time getting a full-sized image. I'm just getting it now. What appears before you is like a writhing mass of tentacles with one elongated, bulbous body.
Yeah, this thing would have definitely killed me if I failed my power roll.
I'm putting the picture in the handout section now.
Oh no! Oh no!
Burning with bright light and emanating heat.
I think my beastie's a little cooler than your frost breath, Evan.
Okay, calm down. All right, let's get it checked.
No.
As it settles before you, Richard, you have bound this creature. You can give it one order before it leaves.
Ah, great mighty being. I need you to destroy. Wait, is it the? It's this. It's
The Dr. Kavor gives you the crown.
I need you to destroy this crown, and I'm gonna like put it on the floor so it doesn't burn the shit out of me.
Reasonable.
Clyde isn't looking at any of this. He's looking out into the desert. He hears like a big thud behind him. He's like, nope, not today.
Over to Fireball, looking, pat him on the shoulder, and be like, good choice.
Astonishment.
So, anybody who is looking at the fire vampire, please make a sanity roll for me.
Even me.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I succeeded.
Success. Finally.
A hard success.
I failed. Which takes a lot because I have a stupid high sanity.
Yeah. You take 2 points of sanity damage, Richard. From this this odd creature, a elongated maw opens up. You can see the inside of this creature down what passes for a throat on this alien abomination is burning hotter than a furnace, very deep and yellow, as it slams its mouth down onto the crown of Nitocris, eating up a mouthful of sand as some of the sand sort of crystallizes and becomes molten in front of you. You hear the sizzle and pop of metal instantly liquefying.
Sick.
And as the fire vampire swallows the crown of Nitocris, just as soon as it landed on this world, it shoots back into the sky and is gone.
Thank you, fire vampire.
Well,
Your people need you.
That was fairly simple.
My
Wasn't
goodness, do you think I could summon that thing and to eat the pharaoh?
it?
You disappointed that you didn't, Richard?
That thing was enormous.
I wonder if we could do that. Give it a command to tell it to kill the Black Pharaoh.
We'd have to be outside, though. And he tends to show up in dark places.
Well, I mean, I wonder if I gave the command if he would stay on this earth until we found him.
I don't know. I mean, he seemed to be a my job is done here kind of guy. You know? He got one thing and zipped away.
But if the job wasn't done...
My understanding, these sorts of spells are usually more short in their duration than just binding the creature for an indefinite period.
Ah, well, it is worth a good thought anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So was that it then? Is the crown destroyed?
Do you see a crown anywhere?
Well,
It is gone.
I just watched something eat sand and turn it into molten. I believe the crown wouldn't survive that.
Well, what if it did, and then they just summon that thing and give it a command to spit up the crown?
Well, they'd have to cut it open, and you just saw that thing. Good luck to them.
Well,
That vampire is doing work for us one way or another.
I still think, as much as I hate to part with this, I feel like we should still do something about the necklace at the same time.
Oh, 100% I agree, but we haven't found a way to destroy it yet. Oh wait, no, we did. We need to find a magical sword of silver. But I have no clue where to even begin to find something like that.
Nor do I. If you wish to look for more answers in your quest or find a way to destroy this object, it is perhaps not a bad idea, but I think today we have succeeded, my friends.
That's the spirit. I think
I'm
this is-
wondering. I mean, they were at a hotel. I don't know if it's safe for us in this country anymore.
Well, nowhere is really going to be safe for us, but it's true that they know where we reside, and maybe they're afraid of confronting us directly, but they probably shouldn't be when they have animal head people on their side.
Well, we do have other locations with clues we were given.
What are those locations?
Gotta find them on my other sheet of notes. I don't know which ones Richard knows about.
And maybe we do one more night at the hotel, and we just have someone do like guard duty, and then we check out and move to a new location. I feel like we're going to get followed most of the places that we go. We might have to just get accustomed to that.
I don't know if any of y'all were seeing it, but I was seeing some mysterious figure almost everywhere and anywhere I looked as we were traveling through the city today.
Ah,
I
yes.
do too.
It was quite interesting that we all managed to see this creature. What a psychological phenomena that is.
You
I
call it
mean-
a psychological phenomena? I think I know what it's called.
I would see that as us being watched. I mean, I don't think there's anywhere we can go right now where they wouldn't know us. We're there.
So do you suggest we go down to the pyramid again and go kill them?
I'm suggesting we get out of Dodge.
Well, I don't know if we could board a ship and leave immediately. I don't exactly have a ticket.
Where will you go, my friends, if you are to leave town?
Well, I just imagine we had that map that we saw at the bent pyramid, and it seemed like there's something for us down. Wait a second. Wait a second. You said there was 3 of these artifacts, correct?
Indeed, yes.
And do you know exactly where these artifacts were resided before we brought it to you? Any legends of where they might be hidden?
I could not say. I did not know fully of their existence until you brought 2 of them to my office.
Because we found a map in the Bant Pyramid where little Pip was possessed by the Black Pharaoh, and it seems like the map had 3 locations on it: one in eastern China, one in Australia, and one in Central Africa. Now, I know 3 is quite a common number. I mean, it's the most common one after 1 and 2. But I I don't know if there's any coincidence between the fact there's 3 artifacts to bring back Queen Nitocris and the fact that there was 3 locations on that map.
Well, I do say we do have other leads for Africa, specifically related to the Carlisle expedition.
I'm sorry. What on earth did that have to do with what I just said?
Well, you mentioned
you wanna
you
go
mentioned to
somewhere
go
else?
to you mentioned to Africa in your speech, and I say we have another clue down there, so it might be beneficial to go to Africa.
I don't quite follow the line of reasoning that you had 3 different locations and 3 different potential objects for Nitocris, but you know that 2 of them were for certain here in Egypt.
They were here now, but they may have been brought here from other locations.
Perhaps, I suppose. But why would Egyptian relics be in Australia?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. I mean, we do have this map. We could head to Central Africa next.
Well, I do believe that it would be within our best interest to go somewhere somewhat closer. Might as well. No point in going farther away while we are right here.
I don't know if there's anything else for us here in Egypt. What do you boys think, Clyde, Harrison?
Clyde, for this entire duration, has not turned around once, is still staring out into the stars. Pulls back a drag of a cigarette. Let's just get the fuck out of here.
Now, Dr. Kafour, if we are parting from here, we do hope that you be careful, as this might have made you a target by coming out here with us.
Indeed. I think I'll take a sabbatical for a time. I think I will leave Egypt, perhaps take a vacation in London.
Ah, well, if you need any good suggestions or a place to stay, I can let my friend know that you're coming.
That would be much appreciated. I do fear that the cult of the Black Pharaoh may be after me for the help that I've given you.
And don't be afraid. Cloud is very, very capable. He could definitely take down some people for you if they come to my house.
Or Dr. Kafour, if you'd be willing, we could use you on our adventure. You'd be an amazing companion. Come help us stop the Black Pharaoh. Drop everything in your life and join our ragtag group of dysfunctional adventurers, investigators.
Make a persuade roll.
We
Extreme
call it
difficulty.
the Great Richard Expedition.
We did not yet know that is a working title. That's very low on the totem pole.
I thought we called it the Wranglers.
Okay, we got a crit success.
No,
A
you
hard
didn't.
success. Like,
Oh.
wait, does crit success mean extreme or hard?
I said extreme success is what I wanted.
Sorry, I got a hard success.
While my expertise would no doubt be of help to you, I fear that I have risked my life enough at present.
I understand. I reach out a hand for a shake. Dr. Kapoor, nothing but health and goodwill to you.
He shakes your hand. Yes. Richard, if you say you have a place in England that I may be safe, I may take you up on that offer.
Ah, yes, of course. I do warn you, and Cloud will say this, you might want to stay away from the lab. I've had people stay in the house and say it's kind of unsettling, but other than that, you're more than welcome to stay in my house, in my home. I live outside the city, so no one should really bother you.
Excellent. Then I suppose I will pack my bags.
Of course, and I shall inform Cloud about it and give you my address for when you get there.
Well, thank you. You have been too kind to me these past days. And also, he's $400 richer, so it's a lot easier to get to
I was
England.
really hoping he would just fucking up and leave and forget about getting paid. But
I was gonna be like, he forgot to put it on the bill, kind of thing.
All right then. Well, was there anything else anybody wanted to do before we headed back to the hotel and got our things and found a rental vehicle and headed south?
Wouldn't it be faster to take a ship?
A ship.
Well, we haven't planned out exactly where we're going next, have we?
Central Africa.
Kenya?
Well, wherever that dot may lead. If you look
Oh,
at the
yeah.
map that
Leads in
we
Kenya.
have,
I have to look it on my phone.
it looks like let me just look. It looks like
Boat down the Nile all the way down to the southern border and over to Africa.
down the Nile, through the is that the Red Sea?
Yeah, so the best way to do it in
Yeah, that's
1925
Kenya.
is
That's
the best way to get to Kenya. I mean, yeah, you guys do have some links to Kenya, and you know that Kenya is where the Carlisle expedition went missing.
Well, does the Nile? No, I don't think the Nile goes down to Kenya.
It doesn't go that far. I think it stops in
Sudan.
like Sudan, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you'd be able to go from there to a port.
In modern times, it would be easier. Most of the route in 1925 would be overland, which there is an option for it in the book. I think the book says it would take you about 6 months to get to Kenya by land.
Holy shit.
6 months to get down to Kenya?
Think about it. You have nothing between you except uncontested wilderness, a lot of which is like,
Pretty hazardous.
It's desert. It's warm. Some of it is like the Congo.
I'm sure there's at least one
probably take a
jungle
ship there then, hey?
Africa or Egypt and Kenya.
Yeah, you're currently in Egypt, which
We're in
is
Cairo.
the major shipping center in northern Africa, and the Suez Canal will take you straight through the Red Sea down into the coast of Eastern Africa.
Let's do that. I think 6 months is a little excessive.
We definitely should do that, yeah.
Although I could make you know the amount of times I could attempt to heal this major wound if we traveled for 6 months, I'd be fucking golden. There's no way I could fail.
Woods.
I don't think I could die at that. I don't think I could fail it. That's inevitable that I'd get it in those rolls.
No, I just start making you guys roll for malaria each week. It's
Shit.
Oh,
well,
no.
Richard died of malaria.
All of a sudden, we're playing Oregon Trail.
You always wanted me to die from every campaign, Jack. You want some sort of mosquito death.
It's such a stupid joke. Fuck you. Oh, fuck that. Evan and Matt don't know what the hell we're talking about, but
I
that's
don't know,
fine.
but
It's something to do with
imagine it's
mosquitoes
something
and
good.
dying via them a lot.
Yeah. All right. So you guys head back to your hotel, to your disheveled rooms.
Anything new happened to them since we were gone?
Nope. Still picked clean.
I want to get these rascals back for this, but I guess we'll get them back by stopping the Dark Pharaoh or the Black Pharaoh.
Yes.
As you guys head back to your hotel, make a few more perception checks for me,
All right.
or spot hidden checks.
All right. So that one I got a 96.
Success.
I
Very
failed the first one.
I failed.
I also succeed.
The second one I also got a 97, so I failed.
Why did you make two?
I thought you said a
Just a
couple.
couple.
Yeah, I mean, when I said a couple, I mean like each of you make one.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
I failed.
I succeed.
Well, either way, I failed.
Gotcha. Harrison, did you succeed?
Yep.
So Harrison and Clyde, you see a few more figures on the streets at night who seem to be watching your every move as you head back to the hotel. They don't seem to be hiding themselves.
All right, guys, give me 35 minutes to summon fire vampire, and we should be good.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Kill that guy?
Now kill those guys. Haha! One order for everyone.
Hey, are we walking in a group? This is
Yep.
as we're walking, right? Hey,
Yep.
anybody else seeing what I'm seeing?
I don't
Yeah.
have any clue what you're talking about.
More shady business, more people following us, watching our every move.
We got
What?
we got
Where?
a small army following us.
Well, back in my day in the war, we were outnumbered 10-1 in the trenches, and we still came out on top.
So
Yeah, how does that help us now?
East to
I'm
summon-
just telling you that a small army does not frighten me.
How's that
What-
critical wound treating you?
Perhaps it's best that I do not go home alone
I
tonight.
think
Perhaps.
You might want to
It's
stay around us.
that he's just. I mean, yeah, either hang out with us tonight or
Die.
find somewhere safe.
I will rent a room at the hotel that you're staying at.
Excellent.
I will join
Good
you
idea.
tonight. For safety's sake.
Do I now see them that they pointed them out?
Oh yeah. Yeah, now that like Clyde and Harrison and Dr. Kafour have sort of pointed it out, it's pretty obvious that there are some eyes on you boys.
Richard's gonna like pull out his scalpel and be like, "Now don't anyone do anything too crazy right now."
Why is it whenever we try to point things out, we just immediately talk to the guy? We talk to the problem. You know, what's wrong with just, putting your head down, getting to where you go? Why do we always have to interact?
Well,
You might keep it to yourself next time.
As soon as you acknowledge them, the figures begin to disperse into the night.
see, they were scared by the doctor. I've struck fear in many people in my time. I believe I've struck fear into all of you at some point.
You got that right, Doctor.
Yeah. Reason I room with Harrison.
Right? So, you all make your way back to the hotel?
I believe
mean,
so.
I would like to go say goodbye to Neris, but I also don't feel safe. So
Yeah,
Otherwise-
leave your little cat girlfriend alone for now there, Clyde.
The last time I went off with a character in this game, I almost got impregnated by a fish person, so I don't recommend it.
That's not true. The last time you went off along with somebody, you got interrogated by the chief of police in
Oh,
London.
that's true. Sorry. The second last time I went off on my own, I got.
Third last time, because the second last time you chased someone down and fucking killed them and tortured the other one.
Well, that time I wasn't really on my own. I was and I wasn't.
You went on a chase on your own, that's for sure.
All right, fine. The first time I ever went on my own, I almost got impregnated by a fish person.
should we maybe sleep in the same room tonight, everyone? We have a nice big slumber party, or
Yeah, take shifts watching out for baddies.
I wouldn't mind doing that. I feel like that would be the safest way.
Ah, yes, I will take first watch.
and you know what? Let's Harrison. You like to talk and be charming and all that. You go to the front desk and just accost them about how the security here is terrible and our rooms were broken into, and we don't feel safe. And if we want some protection or some police presence.
Or some coupons in case we want to stay there again. Great idea, Clyde. Patton, would you like to come with me and play the role as devastated and angry housewife? You can even we can even stuff some pillows in your tummy. You can pretend you're pregnant.
I mean, they've
Just
seen us.
stares.
We've been here for a couple of days, but
She just squints at you, like "fuck you," and that's your response.
So I'm gonna go down to the front desk. I'm gonna slam my fist down and be like, "Can I speak to your manager, please?"
Yes, what can I help you with, sir?
Mine and my companions' rooms were turned upside down last night. Some vagrants got in there and stole numerous possessions of ours, made our rooms into a mess. We're not getting any deposits back now. Of course not. How could you let this happen? We don't feel safe in the hotel anymore.
I am most apologetic. Which rooms were broken into?
Rooms. Those ones.
Let me see. And what possessions were stolen, sir?
We're not supposed to have like the sniper rifle.
No,
you don't say a sniper rifle, you just say freaking artifacts of.
one of my close companions has a very unorthodox mask that he likes to wear when he's in bed with his wife, and was such an important possession to him, and it's just gone, and he's distraught. He's beside
All our
him.
valuables. Start saying shit.
Money. We lost money too. They took our money.
Make a fast talk roll. They didn't steal anything other than your weapons and.
Hey, we spent money on those weapons.
You stole our investments.
Son of a bitch! I rolled a 98. I rolled a 98 and a 99 tonight.
Push it. Push that bad boy.
Well, I guess I mean, how bad can it
Push
really
it.
get? Yeah, I'll push the roll.
Real
please.
good.
Okay.
I
I mean, my fast talk skills kind of crap, so I'm fine if this blows up my face either way. Please, God, please. 76. Fuck. That's a fail.
How close are you? Use some luck, baby.
You can't use luck on a push roll.
Ah, shit.
think.
Okay.
I wanted to. My fast talk skill is 13, and my luck is.
You pushed
30.
the roll when your luck when you was 13?
You told me to.
I thought you had
I
a
just
good
took your
fast
suggestion.
talk.
No, I am a great persuader and intimidator, but my fast talking I need work on.
Mr. Dodge, this is a respectable establishment. Not only do you tell me about the vulgarity of your friend's sexual fantasies and how he has brought them into our fine establishment only to have them allegedly stolen. You lie to my face about having valuables stolen from your room. How dare you, sir?
Well, this is just great.
How dare you?
Take any accountability for it, because then you wouldn't have to pay us back for the things that we lost. You know, I hope you know, I'm a famous and respected author, and I'm going to make the title of my next book, The Hotel That We're Staying At Was So Bad, and people don't even have to read the book. They're just going to see the title, and they're just going to know that this hotel is a respectable establishment, but only if you respect bad hotels. Good night to you, sir.
Do you think like top end authors actually threaten that when they have a bad hotel? Do you think
You won't believe the sex models we lost down there.
Oh,
So how'd it go? What's going on?
Powerful eldritch artifact that's been sitting in your fucking suitcase since New York, and you're like, my friend wears this when he fucks his wife. I can't believe you let them steal it.
It was important to him. Those guys don't get it. So,
How'd it go, Harrison?
it didn't work out, and I'm gonna stay in the room for a while. I just don't want anyone coming by and asking me to leave or anything.
All right. Well, then let's head to bed.
Hey, Silver Lining. I know the title of my next book.
do you need me to go intimidate her?
Hey, listen, you do whatever you want, just don't mention me, pal. You'll be better off that way.
Yeah, fuck it. Richard's gonna go intimidate the poor lady.
You go up to the same man who just berated Harrison. Sort of like, you see he's calming down a little bit. Hello, sir. How can I help you?
Well, let me tell you. How dare you talk to my friend like that? Do you understand that he has been through so much in losing his possessions? His mask, his thing that he had prized possessions with that he used with his wife, he has.
He told me it was his friends that you did this with his wife.
Oh, please, if you had a mask that was that creepy and you used in bed, do you think you'd go around telling them it's yours?
Why are you bringing your creepy sex mask into my hotel?
He's a deranged author. We don't know why he does half the things he does, but he writes some very interesting books. But he was not...
Sir, what do you want me to do about it? Do you want me to contact the authorities and say, I'm sorry, please be on the lookout for some criminals who have broken into the hotel to steal the sex mask that we can't even verify exists?
Well, I would appreciate it if you just make sure no one creepy and weird gets into the hotel over the night. That's all I ask.
I can assure you, sir, we will be very, very selective with who we allow into our premium establishment tonight.
Excellent. You're wonderful, gentlemen.
Thank you, sir.
But on the down low, I'm kind of glad the mask got stolen. He did some very creepy things with that mask.
You have this creepy sex mask, sir.
I
have to know now.
It's not mine. It's his. I could get him over here to tell you, but he might be too embarrassed to tell you. And his poor girlfriend over there, his wife, she's distraught by what he has tried to do.
Are you pointing at Ruth or Peyton?
I'm pointing at Ruth.
Bad.
Cool. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that interaction. I'm gonna go back and be like, well, they're gonna up the security in the hotel.
You always succeed where I fail, Richard. How'd you do it?
Oh, it was no big. I just went over there and let them know that I don't let them treat my friends like that.
Oh, you're the best. How did they react to you saying that you had a weird mask that I might have told them you've done strange things with?
Oh no, I said that you were embarrassed about it, so you blamed it on on Clyde, but it was actually...
You're gonna look at me funny!
Don't worry, I told them that you and Ruth were together. I thought that'd make you quite happy.
You know just what I like, Richard.
Ruth is not pleased with this.
Ruth will remember that.
All right. So Dr. Kafour sort of comes up to you. So are we going to share a room?
Yes,
Is
Doctor.
That what
We're gonna have a cuddle puddle tonight, Doctor.
Wonderful. Well, let us go then, I suppose.
I'm gonna lead the charge to the room. I'll do first watch.
All right. Sounds good. So, Richard, make a spot hidden check for me.
I haven't succeeded in a single spot hidden check tonight. I've had 3. I failed every one, including this one. I forgot my glasses in London.
All right.
Your monocle.
During your watch, you do see, looking out the window onto the street, there are a few suspicious individuals who loiter on the street outside the hotel briefly, and then walk into the night. Seems like a few of them come and go over the time that you're keeping watch.
Sweet.
Who's taking the next watch?
Suppose I will.
All right. So, Harrison, please also make a spot hidden check for me.
I'm going to use 5 luck to move it to a success.
Okay.
You know what I just realized? Every D&D campaign I've been in, I've never succeeded when I've been on watch.
Really?
I didn't succeed in your campaign when Uthal was on watch, and I didn't succeed in any of my watch duties in Graydon's campaign either.
When you took that watch in the Void Stairs with the young guard from Stormspire who ended up getting killed by Burn,
Yeah.
I think you succeeded that perception check.
No, I thought I didn't, and that's why I started having a drinking contest with him.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah.
That's possible. Yeah. Anyways, did you use 5 luck points?
Yeah.
Hi, Courtney.
Oh,
Yeah,
good night,
so
kids.
I succeeded in my spot hidden.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh,
That's sweet.
Where's the creepy mask?
Oh.
Yeah.
We know about the mask, sweetie.
But who wears it is the question.
Yeah. Who wears? Actually, if you scroll up through the handout section to see the mask, it would actually look hilarious on Courtney.
All right, I gotta go on a journey now.
It'd be way close to the top.
Oh.
There they go.
Oh my god, I think I found it.
It would fit Courtney perfectly.
Yeah, seriously.
So, Harrison. Following Richard's watch, he advises you about the people he saw milling about on the streets. During your watch, you don't see anyone loitering around, to your knowledge. It seems
am I
like
allowed to check floors?
Check the doors?
Check other floors.
Yeah, I mean, you could leave the room to check the other floors. That would leave your, yeah.
Yeah, you know I won't do that. Thank you for reminding me of the right path.
As you are looking out the window, you see something in the distance. It's difficult to make out in the darkness of night. What appears to be an inky black shape seems to materialize somewhere in the darkness.
How far away is it from the hotel window?
It seems to be across the river, maybe a kilometer or more away.
Is it moving?
It is moving. It
How
moves.
fast? In what direction?
It seems to be moving in odd, asymmetrical, almost gyrations. It seems to be getting bigger. It seems to be picking up speed.
Oh,
As it
is it coming in our direction?
It is coming in your direction.
Okay,
Is
I'd
it-
like to wake up the group.
As you see this, as you wake everyone up, as you see 2 large wings floating across the river. Some sort of winged beast lets out an awful shriek into the darkness as you see this thing barreling towards the hotel.
Is it? You say it's taking flight? Is it in the air?
Fuck,
It is
shit.
in midair.
Fuck shit.
flying
Fuck
towards
Everybody
you.
downstairs. Everyone downstairs.
Fight is built upon us!
What on
And
earth?
as you see this happening, Harrison, this is what you see out the window.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
And that's where we're going to pick up
What the
that.
fuck is that?
Sheesh!
That is where we're going to pick up next time. Everyone.
Oh,
Why do they need to make this queen come back when they got this, man? Like, this is something to worship, not some lame queen.
Look how fucking big it is compared to that little tiny investigator gator down there.
Well, everyone, thanks for joining us as always. This has been a very fun session of Call of Cthulhu Masks of Nyarlathotep. And I think after today, next session will probably mark the end of the Egypt chapter as you decide to move on to your next location.
If we don't all die next session after this thing freaking, that's a poor tasting joke, but comes and destroys us.
So, until next time, we'll see you guys later.
Bye.